On the ground, please. Head pointed that way. All right, so, well, actually stand up for a second, sorry. And back up, I'm kidding, All right, so when we do like a Sasae, or I learned at Sasae, but it's Sasae-tsurikomi-ashi, right? So if we're walking and I trip him, he falls. You guys see that position he just went to? That's pretty common with that type of takedown or throw. You trip them and they kind of hit on their bum and they spin out away from you, right? So, and you see how I'm kind of in that modified north-south position. So typically I go hands on chest and I sprawl right on top of them and I put chest to chest pressure. Boom, here, right? And then for me, one of my favorites to do, let's turn, feet that way, is once I'm in that modified north-south here, you guys see I kind of an underhook and an overhook here, okay? I'll immediately go for my Breadcutter choke from here. That's like choice number one, okay? So the Breadcutter, I'm gonna go under his arm and grab his lapel. You guys see that? I grab that lapel. And then because I'm in this over-under situation, I'm killing the arm that I'm on right now. He can do nothing with that, right? This hand is pretty easy for me to sneak up here to his neck without him being able to do anything here. If I'm under, right, I'm gonna bring this back, he can start hand fighting me and keep that away, right? But because I'm already here, it's pretty easy for me to just sneak that up there and drop it down, right? And that's a sneaky, like, once that's in there, it's kind of a done deal, right? I always feel if I get my anchor hand in there, I'm probably gonna get this strangle. If I get this second grip, which I don't even have to grab anything, just grab here. If I get that second grip under his chin, I'm 99% sure I'm gonna finish this strangle, okay? And the idea here, once I get the thumb in, is I don't wanna grab too shallow to start with, right? I've got too much space. I wanna grab kind of deep, but I wanna let some slack out as I go. You can see how my hand is sliding on his lapel? Because I actually want my elbow to go to the floor. Once my elbow's to the floor, if I'm not finishing the strangle right now, I start walking north-south and pressuring into the side of his neck, okay? And it gets tight fast. This is one of the ones that he's really familiar with it, so that's why he's tapping pretty quick, right? But I've had people go out or nearly go out because it kind of creeps up on them because they're just thinking about fighting that north-south position, and then all of a sudden they realize, no, my head's being twisted off, right? So great follow-up attack, right? So I like to get that Kimura tie off from that position, and I like to go for the Breadcutter. Those are usually my two go-to moves from that north-south or modified north-south position. I'm a big proponent of, if it's already there, take it, right? And so in that particular situation, I'm already in position for it. I just go boom, boom, we're done. So let's lay down there on your back again real quick, just so you can see, right? So I'm in this quadrant right here, this upper quarter of his shoulder here, and I have one arm under and one arm over. And just here is a pin that's really tough for him to get out of. This is just hard to deal with. And then I go palm up on this side, slide my hand up, and I don't have to grab his lapel. I can just grab his shoulder. Lapel's the best. If I can get the lapel, then I'm, yes, primo, right? But if I grab the back of his shoulder, that's fine too. But the lapel's the best if I can. So I go all the way up, grab the inside fingers in. You guys see 4 fingers in that lapel. And then this hand, I sneak it back and go right up here. Thumb in, elbow to the floor, and start walking north-south. So when I walk north-south, I'm kind of pushing up into the side of his carotid on that side, right? So try that a few times, and then you guys, I'm gonna show you how we kind of blend that into that takedown, okay? And we'll go low level on that takedown to start off with too. Yes? Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Sasae-tsurikomi-ashi is how do I put it? Common, but kind of a troublesome takedown for people, right? And probably because we get in our own way, we overthink things and confuse it, right? Because one, it's not a foot sweep. People think it's a foot sweep. It's a trip, right? So I trip my opponent. Sasae-tsurikomi-ashi means propping, lifting, pulling foot or leg, right? So that means propping. I'm propping something in front of his ankle, basically, right? So you guys, everybody's done it when you're walking and you misjudge and your toe catches on something and you almost eat it, right? Or somebody trip you from behind, whatever, right? So same kind of thing, but from the front. So he's walking towards me, and as he's coming towards me, I block, right? I'm just trying to trip him. I'm not trying to sweep his feet out from underneath him. I just catch that foot and keep him from being able to transition it forward. Does that make sense? So, but the low level version, let's go ahead and both knees, please. Good. So same grips, right? So I have a standard right-handed grip on him. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step almost like I'm gonna do a left-handed osotogari on him, right? But I'm gonna turn and pull, and he goes down. He's gonna go in this modified north-south. Now from here, I wanna clear this arm, right? Because I don't want it up here, I want it down here. So I go here and I sprawl, right? So I'm being nice to him, I don't want to sprawl too much, right? So from here, and then this puts it in the position where I can go under this arm pretty easily. So as I make chest to chest contact, I go under, I get my second grip, right? And we're here. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, if after my sprawl, he manages to have this arm on the inside, so now his arm is between my arms, okay? Here's where I'm gonna go, still chest to chest, but then we're gonna go here. All right, so I get that Kimura lock on him, okay? So that part of my attack depends on where this arm is. If I'm here and his arm is on the outside, I'm gonna go for my Breadcutter. If his arm is between my arms, then I'm gonna attack the arm, right? Anytime that you have a limb between your limbs, that limb's being attacked, okay? So it's called, we call it staggered limbs. So it's for leg locks too, right? So if I have my leg, his leg, my leg, I'm attacking his leg, right? If I have my arm, his leg, my arm, I'm attacking his leg, or he's attacking my arm, all right? So does that make sense to you guys? Okay, so let's show that low level Sasae again. So we're here. The trick is I step to the outside here and I switch directions, right? So I go here and I switch, boom. And then from here I'll sprawl and go into the rest of that stuff, okay? Does that make sense? See how he's holding on to my lapel? If I want to determine what I want to do next, I can strip that grip and move into what I want, okay? Sometimes you just take what they give you though, okay? You guys ready to try it? Yeah. Okay, go for it. 1, 2, 3.